Good morning, student. Today I am going to teach you very important topic, very important concept of object-oriented programming language. Here is in Java. Thread. Thread. What is thread? Before coming to thread, I want to give you some basic idea from where this idea comes. You know, in your computer you can access multiple of tasks within a time. That means from this concept has come. That means in one program you can create various sub-programs. Through that sub-programs you can operate many operation. From this concept, this threading concept has come. Multi-thread means here in multi-threading you can create a program. Within a program you can create sub threads or multiple of threads, and that thread will access or that thread will continue their work in parallel way. That means all thread will goes in parallel way. Here in this concept, the processor time is divided into this parallel threads, not in different parallel process. Okay. So this one is multi-threading. You can see here life cycle. That means in thread there are some life cycles are there. A thread goes through various stages. That means in this stage a life cycle of thread is remain. The thread is for example, the thread is born, started, runs and then dies. This diagram will illustrate how thread will work. Suppose here is a new rectangle box. The thread, when a thread created, a new thread will born. Now after this, if I give until or unless, if I am not giving it start, it will not start. So after born, we should start a thread. After that, it will come to run position. That means it will running. After that, when it is running, that means in that time another thread can run. If I want this thread will stop for some time, we can do that one. So for this we have waiting option. We can wait a thread using sleep or wait. After that waiting, if I want that thread to be die, then it will comes to the dead. If I want another thread that which is running, but I want that thread to stop or that thread to die, then I can go to the die option also. So new, these are all are the life cycle of thread. This is very important. New is a new thread brings its life cycle in the new state. It remains in the state until the program start the thread. It is also refers to a born of a thread. What I am saying that runnable. What is runnable? When a thread is started, it will run. So thread becomes running. A thread in this state is considered to be executing its task. Waiting. Sometimes it may be needed that a thread must stop or thread must be waited. So in this case, we have to call the wait option or sleep. After that time waiting, all these things are. If I want that thread to be waited for some time, it may be happen. For that reason, we can put here time in this wait option. After that, it is terminated or dead. A runnable thread can enter directly to the terminated or it can if you want that the thread will be stop or thread will be wet, then you can destroy it. You may that one. So in this case, thread in this thread, now we coming to that how thread will create. There is two option. Through that two option, we can create thread. One is create thread by implementing runnable interface, or create thread by extending the class thread. First one we'll see here in the first step. That means runnable interface. That means it is it already been created our interface. Now we have to implement that interface which is runnable. Now how can we do that? At the first step, we need to implement a run method provided by runnable interface. This is followed by a method which is public void run. And second one is the second step, you have to initialize a thread object. That means thread runnable thread object string thread name. Here the string thread name means you can put the thread name also through this constructor. That means thread, here thread is a constructor. Through this constructor you can put or you can set the thread name, and you can put the thread object. Because it is runnable, you have to put that object. Okay. Step number 3 is after running. Once the thread is created, you can start it by calling start method. What I have said previous, until or unless you will start your thread, it will not run. So first of all, you have to, after creating a thread, you have to start a thread. In number step 3, here is the example. You can see that one. Here is the example where it is written that class runnable demo. That means you can put any name here. Implement runnable. That means it is an interface runnable. So this one must be implemented. We have to implement that thread through runnable interface. After that, we have to write, or we have to take thread T. Okay, thread T. Here I have here it is provided that private thread T. You can write, you can give nothing. That means it is nothing. That means it is friendly. Okay, and private string thread name. Thread name is whatever the name you want to be your thread. Here you can put here. After that, you can write runnable demo. What is runnable demo? Here is a constructor. Whatever the class you have been created here, this implemented. This you have to write here runnable demo. This is a constructor. Through this constructor, you have to put the name of that thread. Okay. Now here is a string name. That name will pass to that thread name. Whatever the string is implemented into the runnable demo in the class. Okay. Now if here is a system.out.println, then it will be, if you want to know what is the thread name that you have put, is it set or not, you can check it from this one, system.out.println creating plus thread name. If it is execute, then the thread name whatever you have put, it will comes up. Okay, then after that it will come to run. After that, here system.out.println running plus thread name. Thread name same thing, it is running, so it will what thread it is running, it will comes up, the name will comes up. Okay, here it is come into the try and catch block. If it is any error will come into this block, it will catch through this interrupted execution E. Okay, in the try block here you can see for integer I equals to 4, I less than 0 or I minus, that means decremented. The system.out.println the thread plus thread name plus I, whatever the I will whatever the thread name will print as well as the I will print also. After that we can sleep or we can wait that thread for 50. Here it is 50. If you put 100, that means it is 100 millisecond. That means it is 1 second. So 50 here. It is written as 50. After that, here is put is catch block. In this catch block, if any interruption coming into this block in try block, then it will catch through this catch block. Okay. After that, the thread will exiting. Okay. Now here you can write here public void start. That means here the start of your thread will come. T equals to null. T, what is T? T is a thread. Okay. Here T equals to new thread. This thread name T dot start. Okay. Now coming to the main program. Public class test thread, public static void main, runnable demo, that means the program, that means the class whatever you have written, runnable demo R1, and you have to write the object, you have to create the object of that one, new runnable demo thread 1, R1 dot start. That means after creating this object of that thread, it will start. When it will start, it will goes into the run. It will when it is created runnable R1, that means it will come first, it will generate the first it will execute that constructor. After that it will come here and it will start. When it is start, that means this start portion will execute. After it is start, it will go to the run position. And second thread, if I put a second thread, then same thing will happen here. You can see from this result, creating thread. That means the first one, when it is executed, when it is run, when it is object is created, first it will go to the constructor and print creating thread name, whatever the thread name you have put here. Second one, it will comes into and it will R1 dot start. When it is called, this starting thread name will execute. When it is execute, the start will call. When it is start, then it will come to the running position. Same thing over here, starting thread 1 and creating thread 2. Same thing, starting thread 2. Here starting running thread 1, thread 1 4. These are the priorities, these are the I value. Whatever the I value here it will print it over here. This is how you can create thread through runnable interface. Okay, now you can also create thread by extending thread class. Okay, what you have to do, that in the first step you have to write this run, then start. Here is the example. From this example you can get clear. Class thread demo extends thread, private thread T, string thread name, same as whatever it is whatever was in this implementing case is the same thing over here. You have to create a string constructor, then run, then start, then this main function, then this one is the main function. Same thing, this is through extending of thread class, and this one was extending the implement of runnable class, runnable interface. Okay, this is up to this. You can go through in the depth. If any confusion or any query, you can call me, or you can write me on WhatsApp. I'll make it clear. From today up to this, it is completed. I will give you next video for the next topic of threading. Okay, thank you, student.